Hi there, welcome to Sports Center from the nation's capital. I'm Scott Van Pelt. NBA's postseason nearly set. The Sixers advance to take on Boston, while Steph and the Warriors refuse to go quietly in the night as Kawhi goes silent in the fourth. Huge comeback there in L.A. Speaking of L.A., Joe Buck joins us from Dodger Stadium on Jackie Robinson Day with Shohei Ohtani on the mound. And Mel Kiper Jr. stops by to give you the player he's willing to stand by no matter what else happens in the NFL draft. Dodgers with the best record in baseball, looking for a sweep over the Mets. It's Jackie Robinson Day. Shohei on the mound. First time not hitting in a game that he started at pitcher since May of 21, and he starts off dealing. These Mets bats have been a bit quiet. On this night, it's Ohtani with the full arsenal on display. Dodgers get out to a lead of 2-0. Top five, MJ Melendez just called up. And a couple on, and this is trouble. Tucker can't get it. Actually a bit unlucky for the Mets as it's a ground rule double. Only one run comes in. 32 2/3 innings without allowing an earned run snap, the longest of his career. But Ohtani settles back in and gives Luis Robert Jr. the gas face. Then the Bugs Bunny curve to Beatty, Bo Bichette. That's filth on display. 10 Ks through 6, just one earned. Bottom 6, Teoscar Hernandez leading off the inning. And there's some loud lumber in this Dodger lineup, and it got louder as the game progressed. That makes it 3-1. And then how about Dalton rushing? 4 homers, I believe Joe Buck said, in his last 13 at-bats, including this. Swinging a drive, and it's a grand slam as the Dodgers blow it open in the bottom of the 8th. And they cruise to yet another victory. It feels like all of baseball's 9-8, 9-9. Not the Dodgers. They're 14-4. We welcome in our man, Joe Buck. It's like Monday night on a Wednesday night, and it's a different sport. And I would say it's like riding a bike, yes, but that would be awfully disrespectful to the skill set on display. But when you sit down in a familiar setting, Joe, and you slide on the headphones, how quickly does it all come back, the joy of calling baseball?
Yeah, it takes a little bit. Obviously in a night when we honor one of the greatest people to ever walk the planet, and everybody's wearing number 42, that was another layer of, hoping that I would get the right identification going. But it was fun. These guys to my right who have left, Ron Darling and Oral Hershiser, were fantastic. I knew they would be. They asked me, who do you want to work with? Those were the 2 guys I picked for this very reason, and I just kind of leaned on them, and we had fun. But it was good to be back in a baseball booth, and I'm glad I did it.
It's obvious who the guy wearing 42 on the mound is, and Shohei Ohtani, a guy you called an all-star game when he was with Anaheim. Joe, I believe Stanford Steve was giving me the rundown on that. But to get the full Shohei experience with this Dodger team that is an absolute wagon, Joe, what do you do? How would you describe all that?
It's unlike anything I've seen, and I've covered this game a long time. I don't know who you would compare this team to right now. They're so far and away the best team in the game. They do everything right. Their manager is outstanding and extremely underrated. He does a terrific job getting this team ready to play. I mean, Ohtani is just lights out on the mound. The guy's a 4-time MVP for what he does with his bat. Nobody's ever done that in the history of this game. They can beat you a lot of different ways. They're good in their bullpen. They play good defense. It just goes on and on and on. It's just a question of who can hang with them, and then when the postseason starts, because the Dodgers will be in the postseason, can anybody beat them in a series? And right now, the way they're playing, the answer would probably be no.
You've been fairly insistent, Joe, that this chapter of your professional life's mostly in the rearview mirror. But I wonder, as you sit there and you reacquaint yourself with this, you sure? I think I'm just rooting to hear you call more baseball, I guess is what I'm saying.
I honestly, I appreciate the question. I just don't think anybody really cares. I think when people watch these games, it's about the game. I don't think it's about the announcer. I mean, that was my dad's old joke. You know, he used to say, one day I'm gonna die in the booth, and two guys are gonna be walking in downtown St. Louis, and one guy's gonna turn to the other guy and go, "Hey, did you hear Jack Buck died in the booth last night?" And the other guy will go, "Huh, that's too bad. Cardinals win." I mean, that's what it's about. It's about the game, and it's about the players, and it's about the score. So I had an unbelievable fun run with Tim McCarver and John Smoltz and Harold Reynolds and Verducci, and I mean, I had a blast. But doing these one-offs is fun. Yeah. It's a challenge to get back in it, but I don't know. I think that that ship has sailed.
Listen, I get it, and you're right. I just think you're good at it, and it was fun to listen tonight, Joe. And on a night that the game honors Jackie, it was cool to have you there with Ron and Oral. Fantastic job. Good to visit. I hope I talk to you soon.
Yeah, buddy. Good to hear your voice in my headset. And, miss you. And it'll be here before we know it. We'll be doing Monday Night Football
there we go.
Here on ESPN.
Can't wait to find out the schedule. We'll be with you soon. I look forward to that, Joe. Thank you.
Okay, buddy.
Yankees 3, New York coming to the plate in the bottom of the ninth. Let's start with you here. You have Judge, you have Trout, and there's one guy who seemingly can overshadow all of them, and that's Shohei Ohtani. Is it, as we try to put Jackie Robinson in perspective, is there a way to put Ohtani into perspective?
Well, the only way I describe Ohtani in an adjective is to use his own name, and that's Otanic, because everything he does is singular. And the fact that he has a goal this year of being a Cy Young to add to the collection of already tremendous amount of hardware, we've seen him do it in the postseason. We've seen him do it in the regular season. Just incredible singular talent. So we're just enjoying the watch.
How'd we get to a place where tonight, after getting hit the other night in his scapula, he's only going to pitch and not hit?
Yeah, and it's a day off, right? He's on the mound, and look, this guy he's changed, he's morphed. Every year you see something different, and this year we have seen something different from him as well. It's not like he's throwing the fastball or the sweeper more. He's actually throwing the curveball and the split finger at a higher rate and with more contact, but he's inducing soft contact. He knows how to pitch, and tonight the Dodger fans might just be bored enough to watch him just pitch and not hit.
And he joined the Dodgers a couple years ago. One of their coaches said every movement he makes is surgical. Every throw, every swing, every step he takes is designed to make him the most remarkable player we've ever seen. And even though he's not hitting tonight, he has to be must-see television.
But the Ohtani rule was put in for scenarios like this. And since 2021, he has not actually been in a situation where the Ohtani rule can be put in place. So tonight might be a first.
You brought it up. You want to try to explain the Ohtani rule?
Well, the Ohtani rule is if he's pitching, he can actually come in and hit and pinch hit for the DH, but he has to stay in the game. If he does it that way, he has to field. If not, then he comes out, or you lose the DH.
And you can put him in the field, and he can play the rest of the game if you want.
And blame Joe Madden for that one.
Right.
And as Dave Roberts apparently told the crew calling the game tonight, all of that's true. None of that's going to happen. When he's coming out, he's coming out. Interesting note, too, that the first guy that Ohtani ever faced is actually wearing the uniform of the New York Mets. That was Marcus Semien, who told us earlier, God, would I love to hit a home run against that guy tonight. And the first time they faced each other, Semien remembers, that didn't go very well for me. We'll see what happens tonight during the coverage of our game. As we continue, we started the show with a Doug Glanville essay. Did you know that Doug is also a poet? Here are some reflections on Jackie Robinson.
42 taught us what we can reach for when the stakes are highest. And he inspired the will to steal home for equality if necessary. He was evidence that courage overshadows color, that standing tall also means refusing to sit in false harmony with inequality. Today, we remember what it means to finish first. Because to reach that pinnacle, someone first had to be first.